This matches the chemicals found on Andrea's clothing. Same fire retardant found on the switch inside the echo pedal. Now how does this fit in?
Hey, what's up? She's on her way to interrogation now.
You know what song I'm gonna sing for you jokers? Silent Night. And it ain't even Christmas.
Fine, Ms. Wilde. For now, I'll take a solo. Your ex-husband's on national TV, seeking a younger, sleeker... you. Finds one in Andrea Stevenson. You send a note to scare her off, but figuring that won't work, you show up with a fire extinguisher to dampen their hunka-hunka burning love. Afterward, you decide you've had it, so you break into the studio and steal Andrea's echo pedal. You open the pedal, improvise a few revisions, and put it back. The evidence ties you to the scene. Chemical residue connects you with the murder weapon. You wrote a threatening note to one of the victims, providing plenty of motive to ensure your farewell tour starts and ends on death row.
Listen, I get that this looks really, really bad, but you're reading it wrong. Yeah, I wrote that note all right, but I wasn't trying to warn her off Ray. I was trying to get her to leave poor Todd alone. That overgrown kid had been bitching about Andrea to me for weeks, figuring I'd be a sympathetic ear. I mean, Todd was crazy about Andrea from the start, but she thought he was a creep and told him so. And then, after she became a finalist, all of a sudden they're an item? I mean, Todd was close to the band. I figured the bitch had to be using him. Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you guys, even though I might be looking at a drug bust. But murder, that's not me. Yeah, I was there. I'd been drinking, I was high, and I couldn't stop thinking how Todd was getting the short end from that slut Andrea. So I went to the Jet to see him, to reason with the poor jerk.
Jet? Don't you mean Set?
No. They practically lived in that private jet of theirs. That Eddie character, he couldn't put the band up in hotels anymore, not with their track record of trashing the joints. Don't be too impressed. It's a rental. Talk to Eddie about it. Well, Todd normally crashes there, only when I showed up, Todd had split. Well, Ray and me, we got to talking and, hey, you know how it is. Sometimes old flames rekindle. He reminded me real quick what a self-centered ass he is. We were in each other's arms 1 minute, next, I'm tossed off the jet like some damn groupie. I was beyond pissed off. I hauled it right over to that studio and I started tearing that crap apart. I probably lost that straw then. Last straw, right?
The residue we found on your dress was flame retardant. Any idea where it came from?
Not the slightest. Rest of the night, like I said before, I was around the casino. Didn't shower or change or anything. Maybe that retarded stuff was on the jet. Hey, listen, can you give me a pass on the drug thing? This gets out in the papers. I'll lose my lounge gig.
We'll see how your story checks out. We do appreciate your help, and this isn't a Vice investigation. But, don't go on tour, Ms. Wilde. Only local appearances, okay? He's on his way to interrogation now.
Take it up for a spin if it'll get this over with. I don't have any more information to give you.
He's on his way to interrogation now.
I'm pretty sure I told you everything I know already.
Damn. Let's get to work. Hey, you need a hint? You'll want a different tool for that. You'll want a different tool for that. You'll want a different tool for that. What do we have here? Pedal with a missing screw. Printed pedal diagram. Todd may have given his life to Bullet Train, but it could be Bullet Train gave their lives to Todd. And now we know how our flame retardant entered the game. Nice work.
Hey, what's up? He's on his way to interrogation now.
What?
Todd, you surprise me. You're not just a backstage boy. You're a player. A beauty like Andrea, man. Surprised the tape didn't melt. All it lacks is audio and maybe some funky 70s disco.
Cut me a break, guys. I said Andrea and me hit it off, so I wanted a video to remember it by. Well, if that makes me a pervert, I got a lot of company. It's not like I was gonna put it on the internet or anything.
That echo pedal and the schematics in your quarters made it onto your tape and gave us something to remember you by.
No, no way. That's a fuzzy, awful homemade video. You could never see stuff that small.
Maybe Andrea dug you, or maybe she was using you. But you didn't care. Either way, you jumped from stalker to rocker of her world. Only small world, the rest of the band was too. So you rig the pedal, but forget to put back the screw. The boys blasting that fire extinguisher, while the two of you were making it, that pushed you over. That erased any doubt, and the plan went from half daydream to full reality.
No.
Afterward, you went to Eddie's studio, and as soon as he left, planted evidence against him. What went wrong, Todd? Was it finding out Andrea was riding the entire train? Or did you decide if you couldn't have her, nobody could?
It wasn't supposed to be that way. I had no way of knowing those stupid bastards would take their boots off and get into it like that, holding on to her, and her mic, and the mic stand. Hell. But they liked her more than Kathy, didn't they? Wanted Andrea to win. She put the idea in my head. She told me if Andrea was gone, if she were around, I could really be part of the band. Only with Andrea, I'd always be just a nothing, always a nobody. Then she said frame Eddie and be the train's manager, and none of those guys would ever push me around again. No, you're not listening. Kathy. That's not Andrea on the tape, it's Kathy. Kathy's the one that slept with me. Kathy's the one who slept with the band, not Andrea. Andrea was... She had more class than that. She was good. Too good for the train. Too good for me.
Okay, so Kathy dresses up like Andrea for a little role play in the hay. Then Kathy explains how you can have it all. Just reverse a little electrical switch and take Andrea out of the game.
Doesn't look like Kathy on the tape.
It's her, all right. She said she found a memo in Eddie's studio about rigging the contest against her. She knew I was in a bad way over Andrea. So she started coming on to me. When, she was through servicing the band. She'd wear Andrea's clothes and put on a wig, and it was like I always dreamed. And Kathy said it would be like this all the time for me if she won. She made me feel like a winner for once. I never meant to hurt the boys. Suddenly they take off their shoes like Andrea, and I couldn't stop it. It was a total accident, a nightmare right in front of my face. Yeah, they could be mean, but I loved their music, and they were my whole life for as long as I can remember. I just wanted to be in a place where they'd have to respect me. Go ahead, arrest me. I deserve it for stupidity. But you've got to stop her. Kathy's the evil one. Look, that jet is mic'd to record audio for the TV show. There's a drawer just under the TV bar on the plane where the daily tapes are stored. You're gonna find tape 23 real interesting, especially about 3 hours in. They're in the jet. Look in the drawer under the TV bar.
This is what you want, isn't it? This is what you dreamed of. I'm the dream of her. And you can have that dream anytime, baby. Anytime. If you get rid of the nightmare, the her that won't give you the time of day. And I'll be her for you. For the band. And they won't laugh at you anymore. Not when you're the manager. Just do it. Do it. Rig the pedal. Smart man like you. It's easy. Use those schematics. You can figure it out in a second.
Surprise, Dinkley!
Well, that confirms Todd's story. He was coerced into rigging the echo pedal. Let's do a voice comparison to be sure it's Kathy. Nice work. That's the bona fide imitation Andrea. Kathy Cantanta. So it seems Todd never did have a relationship with Andrea, except in his fevered imagination. So he settled on the runner-up. Let's bring her in.
Voice comparison proves that Kathy is the one who sexually coerced Todd into committing murder. Nice work. Without it, she might have skated.
And he's named you as an accomplice.
I'm not surprised Todd was responsible. But you better think again about trying to bring me into it. That lunatic acted alone.
Actually, it was a duet. And we have one of your most spirited performances on tape. See how many notes it takes you to name this tune.
Just do it. Do it. Rig the pedal. Smart man like you. It's easy. Use those schematics. You can figure it out in a second.
Well, that's not me. That's Andrea.
A reasonable facsimile of Andrea, but forensic voice analysis confirms the voice is yours.
No way. It's not me.
You may want to sing a different tune after you hear our rendition. Todd had a major yen for Andrea, who the band had pegged for their new lead singer. She snubbed Todd, and you stepped in, helped him live out his fantasy. And in the heat of that, you offered him so much more, a position of respect with his precious train. All he had to do was arrange an accident for Andrea, the woman who spurned him, plus help pin it on Eddie, eliminating him from the show before he could eliminate you.
You downloaded and printed the echo pedal schematics on Eddie's computer so Todd could alter it. You sold Todd by plying him with the loving attention Andrea refused him. You removed the competition, and a bonus track, the band that spurned you.
You become Train's last lead singer with those Train tracks in the can and go on to a high-profile solo career. Sweet.
I want a lawyer. You people are trying to railroad me.
Well, that's a new one, Kathy.
What do you mean?
First time I heard you sing the blues. Well, those hard-rocking dinosaurs may have had careers near extinction. But they, and the young and talented Andrea, just didn't deserve to meet Elvis so soon. On the flip side, Kathy and Todd only have one song to sing from now on. The Jailhouse Rock. Good working with you.
All right, here's your evaluation. For evidence, you found everything there was to find. For hints, you didn't need any at all. And, at the end of the day, you followed the evidence to a clear conclusion. I can't argue with that. Good work. You did very well, though as I noted, there's still some room to improve. I'm giving you an above-average grade. And by the way, thank you for all the new specimens you found for my collection.